That same quartet will be back for another musical exchange under the baton of Steve Race on Thursday next week at 9 o'clock. Tomorrow, BBC2 offers a unique opportunity to join the audience beneath the big top at Battersea Park as it plays host to one of the most brilliant ballet companies in the world, the Bolshoi. The exciting and spectacular Bolshoi Ballet perform excerpts from their celebrated repertoire tomorrow at 7:30 live on BBC2. Now on to We focus on the healing arts, where mind over body plays its part in alternative medicine. This BBC book accompanies the series and provides a fascinating introduction to the healing arts, both ancient and modern. And if you'd like a free fact sheet on tonight's programme, which was the last in the series, please send a large stamped addressed envelope to the Healing Arts, BBC TV, London W12 8QT.
BBC2 presents a new season of documentaries. Birds for All Seasons, 3 films celebrating the beauty, diversity and fascination of feathered lifestyles throughout the world. Nurses, a series of films examining the varied disciplines of nursing from accident and emergency to midwifery.
Beautiful, it's coming, keep it coming.
The Natural World includes rare film of a female leopard and her cubs, observing their habits as they roam the African grasslands. The story of English, a fascinating insight into our native tongue.
Scattered around the world by air travel and tourism, it's estimated that well over 1,000 million people make some use of British or American English every day.
Love Law explores the different attitudes and customs of people's love lives around the world.
It's not that there isn't a faithful man in town, it's just that he is so hard to get.
40 Minutes includes a disturbing film of life inside Holloway Prison.
I don't think I could do life in here. Working it at Dooley, cut up every day.
Secret Society reveals some startling facts about the country we live in.
This private computer data bank has a dossier on virtually every adult in Britain, and they'll sell it to anyone for just 70 pence a time.
A new season of documentaries starting shortly on BBC2.
On BBC One now, Omnibus pays a visit to the Spanish night at the Proms, with all the infectious rhythms and sweeping melodies of showpieces by Chabrier and Fallier. Viewers in Scotland can see the programme at 11:05. On BBC2 now, it's Newsnight.
Tonight, a top Soviet official claims the Americans are lying to the world and are concealing nuclear tests. Good evening. Today, the Soviet Union once more seized the initiative on arms control. They've brandished a carrot and a stick. The carrot is the offer from the Soviet Chief of Staff of open inspection and verification of military maneuvers within the Soviet Union. The stick is a claim by a senior Russian scientist that the Americans have been conducting secret underground tests, as well as those that they've admitted. So, is a second Reagan-Gorbachev summit now closer or further away? We'll be assessing the new Soviet moves with George Carver, a former advisor to the National Security Council in Washington, and with Lev Pashin, an official Soviet arms control specialist. And on the civil use of nuclear power, we'll be hearing of the dilemma in the Labour Party. How can their environment spokesman, John Cunningham, remain pro-nuclear while so many in his party are so passionately opposed?
In South Africa, as mass funerals are being prepared for 20 people who were killed in Soweto, the anti-apartheid MP Helen Suzman has been meeting victims of the violence in the township to hear at first hand what happened. And Stuart Young, who became the BBC's youngest ever chairman, has died. We look at his role during the corporation's struggle for financial and editorial independence. All that and the rest of today's news at home and abroad.
In a moment, we'll be looking at those prospects now for a summit and progress on nuclear arms control after a frenzied day of diplomatic activity. First, though, news about civil nuclear power. Next week, when the unions meet in Brighton for the annual TUC Congress, one of the issues that's likely to concern them most is nuclear power. The TUC has traditionally argued for a balanced energy policy, including a nuclear component. And there's a danger that the movement could be seriously divided by the political fallout from Chernobyl. Whatever happens at the TUC will affect the debate at the Labour Party's own conference, where the anti-nuclear lobby are determined to embarrass John Cunningham, the man who's Shadow Environment Secretary and who's MP for the area around the Sellafield reprocessing plant. Robin Denslow looks at the pressures on Dr. Cunningham, torn between Labour's new green mood and the expectations of his constituents.
On the edge of the Sellafield reprocessing site in Cumbria, there are a group of old reactors referred to rather contemptuously as the kettles. 3 decades ago, before the 1957 fire at Windscale, the 1979 accident at 3 Mile Island, or this year's vastly more serious disaster at Chernobyl, these Magnox reactors represented one of the great hopes of post-war Britain. The Queen set Calder Hall in motion in a grand state occasion.
And I hope this occasion will be an inspiration and encouragement to all who will continue this exciting enterprise here and elsewhere. It is with pride that I now open Calder Hall, Britain's first atomic power station.
Nuclear power was to bring cheap, safe electricity in abundance. The fact that these reactors also produced plutonium for nuclear weapons was played down. These first reactors were no disappointment. They're still going. What's changed since the heady days of the 50s is the public's view of nuclear power, particularly since Chernobyl. The mood has affected the vast and still expanding Sellafield site. Optimism has given way to fear that the nuclear industry could become a major political issue, perhaps a key election issue, and jobs could be at stake.
Well, people are very concerned about Sellafield, and Sellafield is our main industry here.
So, if you were closed down, what would happen to the area?
The area would close down, that's pretty obvious.
Got to live around here to appreciate there's nothing.
Well,
I'm not saying BNFL, it is, you know, without it would be nothing around here.
So if Sellafield wasn't here, what would happen to you
West
then?
Company's finished, absolutely. For our kids' future, enough mine, my kids, their kids' future, there's nothing.
Employment is a crucial issue along the Cumbrian coast, for Sellafield is the main employer. This week, the year's input of 125 new apprentices started their training period at the plant. On their very first day, they were told time and time again of the need to work hard. The lectures came not from the management, but from union representatives on site.
So it's up to you, because you know, if you don't want to do it, then we'll certainly, the firm will certainly get rid of you. Think to yourselves, look, you've got a job. Think of the lads that went to school where you haven't got jobs, but you earned yours because you gave a damn good interview. We thought you'd make good craftsmen and good craftswomen. Don't let us down, because we're the ones that picked us. If you let us down, then...
The Sellafield unions are passionately pro-nuclear power. Their members' livelihood